Gramophone. Gramophone is a device used for mechanical recording and reproducing the sound. It was invented in 1877 by Thomas Edison. It was earlier called phonograph. Earlier, there were no mobile phones or music streaming apps like now, so people used to record songs on this device and listen to it. Later, the technology developed and people started using radio, mobile phone, and streaming apps, but gramophone was the first music player ever.
Let's now look at the various parts of a gramophone. It has a brass horn, horn connector, bracket with dual tone arm, sound box, crank or lever, turntable. Along with these, they have needles or stylus and a spring motor. This is a winding gramophone, so let's have a closer look at each of its parts and its functions. These are needles, or otherwise called as a stylus. They have a sharp as well as a blunt region. They are responsible for tracing the grooves of the records and creating vibrations. Next is the tone arm, which is this region. They are designed to support the stylus. The circular region is a sound box. The vibrations due to sounds to be recorded or reproduced are transmitted between the diaphragm present in the sound box and the record by means of the crank. This is the crank or lever which is responsible for starting the engine. The engine or spring motor is placed in the box of the gramophone. This is the engine, a spring-driven motor which turns the record at fairly constant speed. Just above the engine we have the turntable, which allows the stylus to record or reproduce the grooves on the record by turning with the help of the engine. This part of the gramophone is responsible for controlling the speed of the turntable. The brass horn records or produces sound. It is connected to the main body by means of the horn connector. The record has several grooves present in it which is interpreted by the stylus. The stopper stops the moving turntable. Now Sakshi will take us through the working of the gramophone.
How is music even produced in the gramophone? So we have this vinyl record. I don't have a vinyl record with me, but I'll put a picture over here and let's just all pretend that I'm holding it. So there's this vinyl record. Most of you have already must have seen how vinyl record looks like. So it has like this circular kind of grooves on it, like design kind of pattern. But number one, those are not concentric circles. It's like a spiral. So if we start tracing the grooves at the end of the vinyl and we keep on tracing it, we'll reach almost at the center, and it'll stop at some point, denoting the end of the song. Number two, those are not the design, the grooves. The grooves are the information of the song. That's like the code for the song, and the code is deciphered using the needle. So now before moving on to the sound part, let's just start with very basic. We know that sound equals mechanical waves. Now when we produce sound, the particles in the air start oscillating, start moving. So if we keep something that's really sensitive in the surroundings, something really sensitive that will move according to the air particles, that will move along with the motion of the air particles that are moving already, because we have produced a sound. So we produce a sound and this sensitive thing starts moving. If we trace its motion, we'll get the code. That's how we get the code. And if we retrace it, we get back the sound that we had already produced. That's how the vinyl records are made. So we have this empty record and have this needle. We produce a sound. The empty records is spinning already. This needle starts moving and it engraves the vibration on the empty record. And if we retrace those engravings, the grooves, it produces the sound back to us. Now the sound that is produced because of the record, the moving needle is really feeble. That's where the sound box comes in. So these feeble vibrations are captured by the sound box and it's sent through the horn outside, and that's the horn just amplifies the sound.
Hello. So, what did we learn from all this? Well, we learned that gramophones are really awesome. We learned about their parts and everything. I mean, we learned about the horns, the needles, the pins, and everything, the engine and everything. Then we learned about how sound is actually coded on the gramophone. I mean, not on a gramophone, but the vinyl record in general. We learned about how the pin is used to make grooves on a gramophone, which and the grooves, when played back, produce the sound as we know it. That's all fascinating. But the thing about old tech that really fascinates me is how it gives insight about modern tech or the piece of technology that we see nowadays. So if we take the look at a gramophone, we basically get an idea of a compact disc. And what's compact disc? It's a CD or a DVD. And what's DVD? It's basically a small disc on which information is coded by making grooves on it by the use of a laser, which is exactly the same as a gramophone. But I mean, yeah, it's a more modern version of the piece of technology, but it's the same thing. And that basically shows us the evolution of technology from old to new. And that's really amazing. So maybe next time you go out and everything, just keep a look on pieces of tech and just try to understand them or study them. Maybe you'll get an idea about that technology which basically dates long back, and maybe you will be fascinated and amazed. And that's the thing, that's the whole idea of a gramophone and how it works and everything. Thank you for watching our video.